if I want to give beats, it'd be in a sample pack. Do you know what I mean? Stop looking at man's tunes, trying to dissect them and treat them as a pick and mix. Because this ain't no pick and mix thing. When you're sitting there getting your ideas and processing your beats and spending hours in the studio, you know what I mean, just processing, sometimes not even making a tune. You're spending hours just doodling about there, not even coming out with nothing, just to get fresh sound. For someone to come along and go, oh lovely, yeah, I'll have some of that. Sometimes your beat is what makes you unique from everyone else. Your sounds, your bass line. So if someone comes along, takes that, it means they want to sound like you, bruv. Come on, sort it out. Get your own sound together, get your own processing cue together. See, people out there trying to get shine off of like your hard work and time and effort to put in because they don't want to put in the time or they can't be bothered. And to me, that's not cutting it, bro. You're gonna have to do better than that. Yes, Master Group back once again with another video, and today I want to talk to you about a few things that people usually ask me for that, to be fair, make me cringe really. I've had the odd person in the past hitting me up for samples, but samples and stems from actual records. Now, for those of you who've been watching my videos, you know I just made a original Junglist, how to be an original producer video. And things that tipped me off is I had some guy hit me up. I'm not gonna name him, yeah, but he hit me up, says, Busy, I would like to have the Amen from 100 Degrees. Now, for those of you who don't know, 100 Degrees is one of my old songs that I did with Rough Cut. Now, we went through quite a lot of outboard processing, and at the time we put compression, so I'm walking uphill, we put compression, we put a load of reverb, etc. Load of processing on the break before mixing it down, and most of the mixing and most of the processing was done outboard. So straight out of the sampler into the mixer. So we didn't actually think, oh, that's a nice sounding Amen, let's bounce it down to that and resample it. So the sound of the Amen's gone. Anyway, the thing that makes me cringe is some people seem to think that they can just use your tune as some sort of pick and mix for samples, but at the end of the day, you got to remember your samples and what you do with the breaks to make them unique are like specific to you. So when we produce music, yeah, we make it so that our beats sound different to other songs. You know, it's important to make your beats sound different to everything else, so you process it different. Now, that doesn't mean that it gives someone the right to come along and say, oh, Busy, yeah, I like the sound of that, can you just like run it off for me? I mean, come on guys. On top of that, the dude asked me for the vocals from Mind Games, which is a System X track that they obviously gave me official to do the remix, and said he'd like to do a swap. Now, I mean, that's just completely unethical practice as far as I'm concerned. Like, if you give me samples, yeah, I don't suddenly go and you trust me with your samples. It doesn't matter whether it's 10 years past, 15, 20 years. It doesn't mean just because some dude come along who Rupert from System X doesn't even respond to, comes along and sees me, that gives me the right to go and give him whatever samples he wants out of his tune. So personally, I think, you know, people have to understand, you know what I mean, there's a certain ethic that you should practice if you're a producer. And you know, if you're going to come at me asking me for samples for my tunes, or you know, thinking that you could just want to do a remix of one of my songs and put it out on another label apart from my own, all these are things that just gonna get off on the wrong foot from the get-go. So, you know, think about what you're doing as a producer, man. Try to be original, try to do things properly. If I can't approach you for a remix, you approach me for a remix. Obviously it's going to be a remix, if anything comes of it, it's a remix for my own label, and not for you to take and put on someone else's label, not for them to take and put on someone else's label. So, you know, I just wanted to highlight on a few facts and just continue on from how to be original producer, because I just don't get it. Like, people seem to think that they could just take people's tunes and just do whatever they want with it these days, and I just don't agree with it at all. That's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I know that some people out there will probably have a different point of view on it, but you know, from my standpoint, you know, that's why I dig my heels in, and people around me will back me on that. So when I say no, it's like he ain't hearing it. He's like not showing no respect. It's like, you know, I send him a simple message, says I don't share people's beats or samples. Because I said No, he sent me a middle finger. Yeah, middle finger image. Now you tell me, did I deserve that? I don't think anybody should put up with that shit. Do you know what I mean? I'm just doing my own thing, minding my own business. That's it guys, that's all I wanted to say.